Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Matt of Box Fight Media coming at you guys with another video. You guys already know what time it is. It's time to bring on that boxing. And today we're going to be talking about Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. The relationship, Golden Boy and Ryan Garcia, doesn't seem to be going too well. Ryan Garcia has been very vocal on Twitter that he wants 3 fights and 3 fights only. He wants to fight Teofimo Lopez, which I think is a great matchup. You know, depending on the outcome of his fight with Josh Taylor coming up real soon, about a week out from when you guys are seeing this. But I think that Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia only makes for fireworks. I think that it's a heavy hitters fight. Teofimo probably has the more technically sound. He's probably the more athletic fighter. Ryan might have that the better left hook in the fight, but I think that's a tremendous fight. Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia. I like that fight a lot, especially if you can't get a tank fight. If you're Teofimo, if you're Devin Haney, who's moving up, intends on moving up soon. Teofimo could face him eventually if he beats Ryan Garcia. Assuming all goes well when he faces, Josh Taylor at Madison Square Garden coming up real soon on that top-ranked card. Ryan Garcia also said that he wants the Isaac Cruz fight. Isaac Cruz sounds the most realistic in my opinion, just because, Isaac Cruz would love that opportunity. He didn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson because Isaac Cruz knew that Shakur's a tough matchup for him and says that, they'd rather pursue, a tank rematch or maybe even Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia and Isaac Cruz, that's another big fight that I'd love to see again. Aside from, not see again, but we saw the Tank fight. I don't think Tank would have an issue with Isaac Cruz a second time, so why not make Isaac Cruz fight Ryan Garcia? I think that's a tremendous fight. Heavy hitters once again. Ryan's chin is going to be tested, once again in that fight. So I'd be worried about Ryan Garcia against, any of these opponents. Isaac Cruz, Rolly Romero, or Teofimo Lopez. Those are the 3 options that Ryan Garcia really wants to consider, but he seems to be having trouble with Golden Boy and the lack of communication between him and Oscar De La Hoya, because Oscar has been on the record saying that he wants Ryan Garcia to fight Manny Pacquiao. He wants to make that fight happen because at the end of the day, he said that Ryan's in it for the money, which I didn't like to hear because from a fan's perspective and someone who's just, analyzing the sport, I would personally like to see Ryan Garcia get back in there and get his name back into, title contention. And he could do that, through making big fights happen through Isaac Cruz, Rolly Romero, because or a Teofimo Lopez, because I don't want to see him in there with a Devin Haney or a Shakur Stevenson just yet, not after that loss that he took. He should definitely get his feet wet, but these aren't easy fights either. Guys like Rolly Romero, Isaac Cruz, Teofimo, oh my goodness, these guys are heavy hitters. And for Ryan Garcia to jump, straight in, back into the deep end with guys like that, it's not easy for him, in any way or any facet. But, so respect to Ryan Garcia for calling out those names, because those aren't easy fights for him. Those are pick-me's in my opinion, because Ryan, I'm still concerned about the chin and, how exposed he is and how often he gets hit. But I think Oscar De La Hoya is doing Ryan a big disservice by trying to make these big money fights happen, as opposed to getting Ryan Garcia back in there against, top contenders and making sure that he stays conditioned to fight the best. Because at the end of the day, we want to build Ryan into that fighter that, could potentially get that rematch with Tank, could fight Devin Haney, could fight a Shakur Stevenson, and give them, difficult fights, make them really, really think about wanting to fight him. And being careful about fighting Ryan Garcia. You want him to be a force to be reckoned with if you're his promoter and you're looking out for his well-being. So, in my opinion, Ryan Garcia should, continue to fight, big names, but guys that are in the lightweight division or, super lightweight division at 140 pounds, and you potentially fight Regis Prograis. If you can make that fight happen, that's a good fight for you as well. But obviously Tank was a tough matchup because he's such a heavy hitter, and it was just a matter of time before he lands something. And as we saw, Ryan Garcia reacted well to the first shot, where in the second round where he was able to get up, but obviously that body shot in the 7th round put him down for good. Ryan Garcia is still a tremendous fighter in my opinion. I think that he went in a different direction with, choosing Derek James, which I've said in a previous video was the best decision I think he could have made. But at the end of the day, now it's about his management. It's about his promoting team. Do you stick with Oscar De La Hoya, or do you go a different route? Do you go with Eddie Hearn in matchroom boxing? Obviously Top Rank is out of the question because, they only take the prospects, those guys straight from the Olympics, straight from the amateurs who are making their pro debuts and building their stock. That's what Top Rank, it's Top Rank for a reason. They get the top ranked prospects and turn them into superstars. But Ryan Garcia is obviously already a star. So do you stay with Oscar De La Hoya, or do you looking at other directions? You could even go the Showtime route, go to PBC with Al Heyman. Not a bad decision either. You can make that Rolly fight happen easily. As opposed to staying with Oscar, and maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. We don't know what's going to happen with that. And you could also go to Eddie Hearn. So there are options. I think for Ryan Garcia, I'd like to see him go to Matchroom with Eddie, or even if it's a one fight deal, or even go with Al Heyman, the PBC route. I don't mind seeing that, because then you're just perfect for that that Rolly Romero fight to happen. You can make that Isak Cruz fight easily because of the Sean Gibbons, all those guys. They work with PBC, Al Heyman. It's an easy fight to make. Manny Pacquiao's promotions. So I think that Isak Cruz is a good fight. Rolly Romero is a good fight. All the guys that Ryan Garcia is calling out. I'm actually surprised that he's taking these fights. He wants Isak Cruz. He wants Rolly Romero. He wants Teofimo Lopez, because those are tough fights in my opinion. Those are really tough fights, all against punchers who Ryan does well against if he can take your shot, but obviously against a guy like Tank it's different. So these are still dangerous fights, big fights for Ryan, but they'll be very telling on where he's gonna end up in the next few years, because if he loses these fights, you're gonna see the inevitable stock start to decrease if you're Ryan Garcia and you're a boxing fan. So hopefully Ryan gets the fights he wants. Teofimo, Isak Cruz, or Rolly Romero. Oscar, if you're watching this, I hope that you figure it out and give Ryan what he wants, because he's at the end of the day, he wants to be the best. So put him against the guys he wants to get in the ring with, and make sure that he's taking all the right steps to look his best. And I think that if Ryan does his part, his trainer Derek James does his part, it'll be no problem. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia and the whole Golden Boy situation. Should Ryan Garcia look for other opportunities when it comes to promoting, or should he stay at home with Oscar De La Hoya, the guy that he started off with? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.